Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's exciting webinar discussion on Blue Sky Therapy's new teletherapy solution. This is a really awesome opportunity for us to give you some information about online physical therapy and all you need to know. My name is Dennis Schiraldi. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at Blue Sky Therapy, and I would like to introduce you to our featured presenter, Ashley Gear. Ashley, welcome to today's webinar.
Thank you, Dennis. I'm the Director of Clinical Operations for Blue Sky Therapy and oversee our outpatient service line, including operational and clinical items. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. And I am our Chief Marketing Officer. I oversee all the revenue driving activities at Blue Sky Therapy, including our marketing and sales. And I have to tell you, it's been a very interesting 3 weeks, and obviously in light of what's going on in the world of health and healthcare today, and the fact that we are out there with COVID-19 and a global pandemic. And first and foremost, as we get into today's webinar, Ashley, this is probably, I think, in my 20 years of healthcare marketing, one of the most important 3 weeks and most impactful things that I've actually doing in the industry up to this point. The solution that we're talking about today is teletherapy. But first and foremost, I want to say this, and Blue Sky Therapy has close to 500 people that are actually frontline healthcare workers working in the most susceptible area in skilled nursing and assisted living, outpatient clinics, and they are on the front lines of providing occupational, physical, and speech therapy, and that needs to continue on a day-to-day basis. And as we see what's unfolding, my heart, thoughts, prayers go out to all of our friends, family, our frontline people. I'm thinking about them every day and the things that they're dealing with, which is why we got to where we are with this webinar, and that is the launch of Blue Sky Therapy's teletherapy solution, which is our ability to be able to deliver therapy, physical therapy, into people's homes. So why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit about the process and the things that go along with that?
Yes, so Blue Sky Therapy we're very happy to say that we are able to provide teletherapy to our patients and to anybody interested at this time that is needing that service delivery for them. And what's very interesting to see right now is a lot of people are turning to technology to get their daily tasks accomplished. And the nice thing about scheduling your appointment for teletherapy with Blue Sky is that we can cater the schedule to you and pick a time that is convenient for you. So think about your schedule, and if you're someone that is working throughout the day or and not able to schedule an appointment during those typical office hour times, we'll be able to accommodate you. Or if you're an individual that has children that you need to put to bed at night and then proceed with your therapy, we have that convenience now with scheduling your appointments. So this is something that we are able to complete with you in a very efficient and easy manner. And so you will coordinate with our team in order to pick a time that works for you.
And the way that they could do that is you could go to blueskytherapy.net and to our outpatient clinics, any one of them, both phone, form, and email. We have the national hotline, and we have your local as well. So we have outpatient clinics in Ohio, Akron, Warren, Ohio, Columbus, Southwest Florida, Naples, and Bonita Springs. But we're not limited to that either, because of the fact that no matter where you're kind of sitting, and we will get you connected with a regional person. But if that's not the case, we can just set you up with one of our physical therapists that are pretty much anywhere about any time, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. Let's jump into, now that you've got your appointment booked, let's jump into connecting with your virtual physical therapy session.
Yeah, so our therapists will reach out to you directly to determine the most actually the easiest way to connect with you. And so if that means that you have an Apple product and you prefer to utilize FaceTime, we will set up your initial visit in that manner. We also have the capability to use other portals such as Zoom, which is a very easy online meeting room that your therapist will be able to meet with you visually and virtually in. We also can utilize Skype. So there are a lot of options, and your therapist will reach out to you directly to determine what works best for you. The therapists are all trained and very accustomed to using all of these avenues. And so once that's determined and you indicate which avenue you'd like to go and utilize, FaceTime obviously sounds to be the easiest, but I will say Zoom is also quite simple in the fact that either way, once it's determined how the therapist and you will meet, they will send you a reminder. And in that reminder, it will include your appointment time and a link to join if you are utilizing Zoom. So the nice thing about Zoom is we can meet with you using your computer or even on your phone through the Zoom application. And so you'll receive a reminder with the link, and just like you would be coming into an in-office visit, you will just be prepared for your appointment time. You can be at home and you hop on at that time, and then we go from there for your therapy session.
And you know, Ashley, at this point, it's such an important point to make, is that we do have some different delivery platforms, but in the wake of where we're at, people have become very accustomed now at this point to being able to communicate through these digital mediums. So again, if you're having just general one-on-one communications with family members and friends through these online applications, it's going to be a very similar type of aspect when you set up your time with our virtual physical therapy. And then step 3.
So the next step is active participation and communication with your therapist. So you will have your dedicated therapist that you are working with, just as you would if you were coming into our outpatient clinic. And so once the evaluation's completed, or if you've already had an evaluation and now you're carrying on with virtual visits, then you and the therapist will determine the frequency of the meetings. And so it might be twice a week or 3 times a week, and your therapist will determine that with you on your during your meeting with them, during your teletherapy. And so it's an ongoing communication. And then at that point, they will know, and you will know what the best medium is to utilize. And so then that is taken care of at that time. So if FaceTime was utilized for the initial visit, then we will schedule with you whatever time is convenient to proceed with additional visits using that medium. And it'll be the same thing where you receive an appointment reminder and a link to join. And just like any other appointment, you will be prepared to hop on for your teletherapy session at those times. And just keep in mind that the therapist is able to visualize you and to adapt and make a unique care plan specifically for you, and do that all from you could be in the comfort of your home and the privacy of your home. They can even look at home adaptations or workplace adaptations if you are working from home. And so that's really nice, a nice feature of teletherapy and the visual component of it. One other thing I'd like to touch on is a neat portal that we do utilize within our teletherapy delivery model, and that is WebPT home exercise programs. And this is an interactive home exercise program that works really nicely for our patients that are doing teletherapy. So Your therapist actually makes your home exercise program and they can email it to you. And it's an interactive portal as well. So you get a login and can go into your own exercise portal and watch videos on the exercises specifically that were, recommended for you by your therapist. You can go in there and ask your therapist questions about the exercises. You can check the exercises off to show your therapist that you've completed them. And so that's another nice interactive tool where you can work in real time with your therapist, and they can adapt and add exercises for you. And it's unique to what the therapist can do with their expertise and staying connected with you to make sure that the exercises you're doing are appropriate for where you're at in your recovery at that point in time.
That is fantastic, and we'll get a little bit more into some use cases in terms of who's the right person, obviously, to continue on with therapy, wellness, people looking to be active. Some of the benefits of obviously in-home therapy at this particular time, Ashley, if you will, you can address a few of those bullet points as well.
Yeah, so the benefits are just unlimited, but some that come to mind and that we would like to point on today are, the fact that this completing a teletherapy session actually eliminates the need for transportation. And right now with a global pandemic going on, we're seeing that there are, some shelter in place orders and things like that, or you might not feel comfortable going out into the community. So you will be able to continue with your therapy without pause and avoid the need for transportation. Outside of that, though, if you're living in an area where you are experiencing seasonal changes or weather-related issues, whether it be heavy downpour of rain or snow or things like that, then you would be able to continue with therapy again through the comfort of your home and not have to have that worry of transportation needs or barriers. It also can save you time in the sense that you would not have to spend the time traveling to and from the clinic. So distance isn't a barrier anymore, which is very neat. And again, just having your space and being in a place where you feel comfortable and have that privacy is another benefit of teletherapy.
Absolutely. So we're coming to the end of the conversation. There's some frequently asked questions. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to kind of our video sharing and give us an opportunity to let people get to kind of put the name with the face as well. And Ashley, thank you for taking the time today. Obviously, this has been a very big initiative by all of us within our company to get this going. And we've got it up and running very, very quickly. And I'm very proud to be a part of the team that was able to bring this out to people. From an insurance perspective, can you talk a little bit about the insurance aspect of this?
Yes. And so as far as the insurance goes, you just have to keep in mind that we will be able to verify your insurance very quickly and that we have options for everyone. And so that's really nice in the sense that all you have to do is if you are looking at a landing page or something where we have a link to contact our outpatient clinics directly, just reach out to them and our intake team. They're dedicated to verifying your insurance. And so we will verify your insurance in a very, very timely manner so that you know exactly what your options are. And I will say that there's an option for everyone. We will be able to come up with a program or a plan that works for you. So the answer of go ahead.
As far as insurance goes, right? So wide range of insurance is also Medicare, Medicaid as well.
Yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. And then, typically people are scheduling their outpatient clinic routine 2 to 3 times per week. Is that a similar pattern what you're seeing in virtual teletherapy as well?
Yes. So what we aim to do is to continue to provide the same quality and standard of care virtually as we would in the clinic. And so we, determine the frequency of visits along with the therapist at that time and make sure that you are able to meet the patient in whatever time frame that is that works for you. But typically, yes, 2 to 3 times a week, if that's what would have been standard for your normal in-office visits, we try to maintain that through teletherapy as well.
And equipment? What type of equipment do people need? I mean, it's obviously we're makeshift at home right now. We didn't get an opportunity to be able to plan for, kind of a stay-at-home environment. So what type of equipment do you think they need?
Yeah, so what's really nice is physical therapists, occupational therapists, we're very resourceful, and your therapist will be able to figure out what you can use in your home to in order to still have a very effective treatment with you. And so the nice thing about the visual aspect of it is that you can actually show your therapist what you have in your home and what you can use. And so whether it be water bottles for weights or bags of dried beans or canned foods, whatever you have on hand, we will figure out a way to adapt and use what you have in order to still be successful with you in your care.
Yep, and interesting times, right? So it calls for interesting measures. And the fact of
Mhm.
the matter is that by bringing the technology into the house, having the one-on-one conversation, they're going to be able to simply use a chair to do certain activities, or the side of a desk, or like you said, even some canned food. And so
Yeah.
we kind of get into two more questions. Number one, what type of software or app is needed? Like, what do you download? Like, we talked a little bit about FaceTime and Zoom
Mhm.
and that sort of thing. Really, computer, Wi-Fi, phone, tablet, laptop, computer will get you pretty much accessibility to anything.
Absolutely. Yes. There are so many possibilities, but as long as you have a phone or a laptop, um, there are the possibilities again are endless. We can utilize FaceTime, which is nice in the sense if you have an Apple product that's already on your phone, so there's no need to download anything. But I will say too, don't fret if you don't have that type of technology, because even just with a phone, with your therapist sending you the link for a Zoom meeting, if you click that Zoom link at the time of your session, it will automatically download Zoom for you. And you're on and you're live and you meet with your therapist. So there's not a lot you have to do beforehand, other than, like I said, be ready to just join the link that your therapist sends you. So just follow those instructions on the appointment reminder and you'll be set.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as the people that are going, like we have rehab, people that are recovering from surgery, knees and hips, maybe they were injured going into this.
Mhm.
There are people that are working from home and they now are in this completely new environment. So the entire wellness application. Speak to a little bit about some of the people that obviously should be looking at therapy services and the right person, right?
Right, absolutely. We at Blue Sky Therapy, we try to avoid saying that we've ever, discharged our patients and don't see them again. We are here for you, and our therapists want to stay connected to you. So if at any point in time, you do feel like the goals of your initial therapy plan of care are getting wrapped up at that point in time, do know that yes, we will stay connected with you through our wellness programs, and in order to make sure that not only do we maintain and sustain those gains that you have worked hard to achieve within your therapy sessions. But we'll stay connected with you, and teletherapy is a great way to do that because distance isn't a barrier. So if you are, completed your therapy even in the clinic, and then you are choosing to be at home or go to a second home for vacation time or for seasonal time, your therapist will still be able to stay connected with you through teletherapy and offering our wellness programs that are dedicated and unique to you.
That's fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for giving us an opportunity to talk to you about this. Thank you, Ashley, as well. We have a telephysical therapy, blueskytherapy.net. You will find this on our outpatient, and we will also put this together on our 1-800 number as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.